to our serving grip, the continental grip is essentially going to be this lead dominant hand index knuckle on this side bevel. The way that a lot of people like to describe it is you'd be hammering a nail into a wall with the side of the racket. This is sort of a natural grip if you're trying to do that motion. Now, one other thing I want to mention related to the grip and the swing mechanic of the slice backhand is that once we're in this continental grip, we want to make sure we maintain a 90-degree angle, a 90-degree wrist angle between our forearm and the handle of the racket. Now, in addition, we want to make sure that when we're implementing this mechanic, we are not chopping down, because we will lose all power and penetration through the court. We essentially want to place the racket parallel with the height of the ball, and with that wrist angle, move through the contact point and point the tip of our racket towards the target. All right, folks, so in other videos, we mentioned our first checkpoint after our grip being our split step and unit turn. So just want to go ahead and remind us of how we're going to implement that. We'll go our split step and unit turn in one motion, where our shoulders, hips, feet, knees are all turning at the same time. So again, split step and turn. Once we're turned, we can go ahead and move towards the ball with a racket placed wherever we anticipate the incoming ball to be. So if it's a high slice backhand, we're going to start up here. If it's a low slice backhand, we're going to start down here. Now, once we've essentially turned our body and we're moving towards the target, we're going to implement a few adjustment steps. Plant with the rear outside trailing foot. And as we load the racket into the slot, we're going to go ahead and transfer our weight towards the target, planting our weight onto our lead foot. Something along these lines, with the racket and the tip of the racket pointing towards our ideal target. Now, as I mentioned before, we want to make sure we're maintaining this wrist angle between the handle of the racket and our forearm, and also not chopping down on the ball, because that's more of a drop shot mechanic, something that's going to yield a low-powered, high launching. What we want to see is the racket being set up parallel with the incoming ball and penetrating through that ball, essentially slicing it but also pushing it through the court. Just something we want to remind ourselves of as we continue to refine our slice backhand mechanic. So with that being said, we're going to put some of this thought into practice and go ahead and show you some slice backhands.